In May of 2002, Disney opened Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind in EPCOT. August is our Disney month, not necessarily by choice. There are certainly more favorable months of the year for a Disney vacation, but having a wife who is a teacher and 3 children in school, late August is our best bet. This year, one of our top priorities, there's usually a good list of them, was to experience the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, newly opened in Epcot. It was certainly generating a lot of buzz, and we were excited to see for ourselves if it would live up to it. The morning of our first Epcot day finally arrived. Being survivors of the great Star Wars Rise of the Resistance virtual queue stampede of 2020, we were ready. My son had an atomic clock app on his phone so that I could quickly click into the virtual queue at exactly 7 a.m. We counted down the seconds, my finger twitching over my phone in anticipation or possibly onset arthritis. And go! I pushed the button and then popped up boarding group 42, approximate call time 12 p.m. Jackpot! That was easy, we exclaimed over high fives. With that, we got ready and set out for our day at Epcot. Our call time came right about noon, just as suggested by the My Disney Experience app. Our 15-year-old son was having some stomach issues leading up to our trip, so as we approached the entrance, he was hesitant to ride. After a bit, we convinced him to try it at least. As I've gotten older, I've noticed I get a certain feeling of dizziness on some rides as well, so I was a little uneasy about how I might handle this new experience as well. We had heard some feedback that there were a portion of riders with whom the ride particular motion did not sit well. Trepidation aside, the 5 of us bravely entered the show building. We found the queue area to be well done and interesting. We moved along quickly, so we didn't get a chance to really take it all in, but it's filled with some pretty cool effects and funny elements. The Imagineers come up with a clever scenario to fit the ride into the Epcot park theme. The people of Xandar had set up an exhibit, The Wonders of Xandar, to present their culture and technology to the people of Earth. Kind of like we have the different countries in the Epcot pavilions, so they had set up a pavilion basically for their planet. We as the audience were going to be transported to the Xandarian ship in the orbit for a demonstration. Of course, things go terribly wrong as a really big man steals the cosmic generator. This generator makes a jump point in space and time, and the villain uses it in an attempt to go back in time and prevent humanity from existing. We are enlisted to help the Guardians of the Galaxy save humanity. As we're hustled to shuttle pods and blast off to jump through a wormhole to track the villain, and that's when the ride really begins. Once you blast off, the music, which is a big part of the overall attraction, starts up. There are 6 possible songs that can play: Disco Inferno, September, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Conga, One Way or Another, and I Ran, So Far Away. For our first ride, we got Disco Inferno. The blast-off is in reverse, backwards launch, which is unique and kind of sets up the ride. However, we quickly turn around and we're blasted across space. The ride itself is very smooth. There's none of the Space Mountain back-wrenching jolts here, just exhilaration. I found any concerns I had over how my body might handle the ride washed away, and I was quickly swept up in the excitement of the motion and the music and the visuals. Stealing a glance over at my son, I saw the feelings that I had mirrored in his face as he was also getting into the experience. Before we knew it, the galaxy was saved and we were returning to Earth. As we walked off the ride, all 5 of us excitedly talked about how we felt about this new experience. The consensus was unanimous. We all loved it. I'm pretty sure it rocketed to the top of all of our top rides lists as fast as the reverse launch. We were all ready to go on it again, even my son who had been hesitant. We had 2 more Epcot days on our trip, and we were determined to try for the virtual queue on each of the days. As it turns out, getting a spot wasn't really that hard, and we found that there were still spots available well into the morning. We didn't need the help of the atomic clock and the down-to-the-second timing to secure one, but we did it anyway for the next time, and the next time after that as well. For our final time, we got group 13, and we were estimated time of 8:45. The park didn't even open until 9. This resulted in a rather comical morning as the 5 of us scrambled around the room in our attempt to get ready and get to EPCOT as quickly as possible. Even when the group was called, you still have an hour to get there, so we were fine, but it certainly didn't expect to get anything that early. So our final assessment, did Cosmic Rewind live up to the hype? Our votes for our family were an enthusiastic yes. You should be able to ride and enjoy the attraction even if you're not familiar with the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. There's plenty of jokes and fun to keep everyone entertained and coming back, and the ride itself is truly top-notch and unlike any others around, making it a new entry on our top must-do list from now on. I bet that goes for a whole lot of other Disney fans as well.